have already been going on, as we know, and Leslie, Matt, Simon, Chris have been in the tower. Let's catch up with them now, shall we?
Whoa. Shadow just went... Where
Whoa.
Guys?
Say that again.
Where is everyone?
I'm right in front of you, Simon.
Right, yeah, but I can see you because of the light.
Leslie's to your left.
Right, right, just... Sorry.
And Matt, you're behind?
I'm here.
Matt's behind me.
Matt's behind you?
Yeah.
Right, well, something just walked straight across my field of vision.
Well, it wasn't one of us. What did it...
I was trying to ascertain where everybody was, just so I can... Well,
what did it look
where
like?
have you walked now? I just saw a shadow go right across behind you.
Have you got an indication
That might
of
have been
height?
me, because I'm here. I can't
No,
tell, it's too
no,
dark
Matt,
to tell what
no.
the light was.
There can't be any shadows because we've not got any light. The only shadows could be created will be crossing this infrared.
No, but just in my vision, you can sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can sense shapes in the darkness.
Edward, we're English people. Edward. Come on. Do you hear that?
Whoa.
Where did that come from?
So it's already happening.
I love it. Stuff is already happening. And you could tell that Simon really does get quite frightened because his eyes are really... And when you're in a very, very dark place, and everybody must remember, you can all see absolutely fine when you're watching from home, but it really is pitch black. You cannot see a thing apart from the red light on top of the camera. And I love it when Leslie comes out on vigils, because when she screams, when she goes, she goes. It's brilliant.
And it's worth mentioning that, because people say to me, oh, they can see everything, it's in green light, and it's not.
No, you can't see a thing. And it's great, because stuff, like you say, is already happening.
Yeah.
We've got the investigation already running at the moment, which is brilliant.
Which brings us on to talk a bit more about the location tonight, because we're on different locations every night. First up, the thing that strikes me is getting the whole crew up here. I mean, this is an amazing place. They film movies here and TV shows and all sorts of things.
Do you know, the journey from Prague to here, I have to say, I think quite a few of us have actually felt sick or wanted to be sick, because it was just endless, winding roads and up and down mountains. It took just over an hour to get here. It was a very, very slow journey. And I just kept thinking, all these trucks, all our trucks to come here, it must have took them forever. And there's an awful lot of effort and so much work goes into, you know, everybody that makes this show, and to bring it to all these different locations is absolutely fantastic.
In just a day, I think it's incredible.
It's hats off to everybody.
And what do you think of the location?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
It reminds me very much of Transylvania,
Yeah, that's what I
that
was
sort of
thinking.
castle, you know, on the top of the hill. It looks absolutely fantastic. And as you saw there on the video earlier on, you know, sort of in the daytime it looks absolutely beautiful, and at night time, you know, it completely changes. It looks very, very sinister.
In fact, there's a slope just up through the keep out there, which is just like Hermatuera and the castle there.
Oh, really?
It's very similar, I think,
Yeah.
to when we were there. The other thought about tonight, I suppose, is how vast the location is. I mean, just to explain to people, it's a big area.
Yeah, it's a massive area. There's lots of different places that we're going to be investigating. As always, I've only heard this. This is the first time I've been here. I've been in this part of the building. I haven't been in any of the other places where the guys are at the moment, so right. I can't wait.
Well, on that note, another vigil has been happening. Carl, Stuart and Fred in the old prison room. Let's have a look.
There's no one on top where anyone's in. But listen, it sounds like something warm. Ask again.
If there's anybody here, come forward, let's see you, let's hear you. Tap twice if you're here. What's that? What's that?
But there's a road. There's probably a jungle or something. Is that?
What was that rumble? Just heard a rumble.
Maybe these implements were used on you. Come forward and show yourself.
Make a noise. Move all some of these implements if you can. How are you feeling, Stu?
I'm starting to get a bit freaked out now because there's...
If there's anybody here, make yourself known now. We mean you no harm, just let us know you're here.
That's me, that's me, that's me.
Make a noise if you can. Make it.
Whoa!
just a taster of what is going to happen later tonight.
That's really exciting. One thing, I want to go back, I want to find out what's going on. But one thing, it's really good for me to watch that because you can hear sound-wise just how echoey that particular place is. And so when I go later on, I'm going to make everybody whisper because otherwise you can't hear what everybody's saying.
So watch out, the prison room later.
Brilliant.
Questions from the audience, as ever. Brilliant. Thank you everyone at home for these. Jeff Marshall and Lincoln, good one this. The car last night seemed to be a good trigger object. Why do you think these are so effective and do you plan on using more tonight and tomorrow night?
Ah, yes. They are very effective. I mean, when we've done, for instance, shows where we've had big hangars, big spaces, and inside them there are aircraft or jeeps or vehicles, there's a heck of a lot of poltergeist activity. The vehicles will start to shake, things will be thrown around. I have no idea why that is. I don't know, maybe great big structures made out of metal, a bit like stone tape theory, where they hold memory, they hold energy, and so on. I don't know. But there's proof in that is that every time we do somewhere like that, stuff seems to happen, and I don't have an answer for it. I don't know why. So
watch out tonight, Jeff. There may be. Mary Beth in Hull, have you ever had any spirits that have followed you, or that have you've come across at a different location? In other words, from somewhere else. And how did you get over that?
We have. I think people that regularly watch Most Haunted will know about a spirit called Jake, who likes to make himself known via the Ouija board. And yes, I think after there was one particular live, I can't remember where it was. I think it was Liverpool, and I was so frightened because it kept saying, "I'm following you." I had to take sleeping tablets to make me go to sleep that night, and somebody had to, because Carl was doing something else, had to bring me to the hotel room and take me upstairs and make sure that because I was so frightened. I thought something's going to follow me home. And you do think things like that. It's only natural to think it.
So it doesn't stop when the show stops?
I don't think so, no. It doesn't stop with me, no. That's why I watch lots of carry-on movies.
Laura in Leeds, Laura Toppers. Hi, Laura. What measures do the team take to protect themselves before each investigation? And do you have any pre-show rituals?
Apologies for rustling of microphone. I'll put it on. This is my necklace. And on my necklace, I don't know if you can see it, but on the back there, these are just a small amount, obviously, of my dad's ashes. And this is my grandmother's cross, her crucifix. And I say a prayer, and I kiss them, and I bless them, and I always wear them when I'm about to do an investigation, because I feel that they're with me and they're protecting me. And the other members of the crew, they have their own personal ways of feeling protected, and we do a little prayer as well.
Thank you, good one. Joe and Julietta in London, what senses and emotions do you feel when you actually feel a spirit presence?
Gosh, it's very, very varied. I suppose the first thing is temperature drop. You do feel icy, icy, icy cold. And there's just a sense, you know, that feeling of someone's walking over your grave. And also, you know, when somebody stood there and you're in the dark and you turn and you put your torch there but there's nobody there. That's that to me. But it's the temperature drop. It goes very, very cold and then things start to happen.
Yvette, lovely. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
We'll talk later. And if you've got questions, by the way, keep them coming because we could be using them on the show tomorrow night. More from me a little bit later on, but for the moment, Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian. And so it begins. The vigils have started. The temperature may be dropping, but the fear levels are palpably rising. This is Most Haunted Live from Prague. With you until midnight. We're taking a short break, but join us. Don't go anywhere. I want to see you after this. Welcome back to Most Haunted Live, and we're absolutely live from the Czech Republic, but we've relocated to 1 hour outside Prague to this magnificent castle, a history going back centuries and history steeped in blood. We are with you until midnight, and when I say with you, I want you to contact us. You can be our eyes and our ears, and here is Julian Clegg and his interactive team to tell you how you can get in touch with us.
Thanks very much indeed, Paul, and interactive tonight is in the dungeon. Fascinating, great location, isn't it? Very spooky. I want you to get in touch. I'll tell you how you can in just a few moments' time. Just to look back on last night, by the way, 2,500 sightings on the webcams. Incredible and fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Lots of dark figures seen following the team, in particular a sinister-looking man in a long coat.